So every time I mention I'm into space as an interest, someone asks me about constellations or they tell me their horoscope sign. I'm kidding, nobody asks me anything, I'm not that popular. But I still feel that constellations are getting too much attention considering they don't even exist. Now, to illustrate how they don't really exist, I'm gonna make a 3D model of a Big Dipper constellation. Now, Big Dipper is a constellation that a lot of people know about. It's one of the constellations they first learned to identify on the night sky. I could use special effects and VFX to do that. That's my specialty. But it's holiday here in Serbia. It's very cold. We're inside. We got nothing better to do. So I wanted to make something physical. So we're gonna make a physical model of a Big Dipper constellation. I have my son Andrej here with me. He helped me with some previous projects, a video about size of space. And together we're going to buy some ingredients, some materials we're gonna need to build this model. Some wire, pearls, some tools I already had, styrofoam board and a piece of black paper. Now the plan was to paint over the styrofoam board with this black paint, but they told us the paint is gonna melt styrofoam board, so we decided to put this black paper on top of that. I used software like Space Engine and Blender. Space Engine to primarily get names of stars and their distances from Earth as well as elevation, and Blender to visualize this model in 3D space before actually making it in real life. It also helped convert all those astronomical distances into centimeters on this board in correct proportions. Andrej helped a lot by taking one of these blue pearls and painting it over to look like a much more interesting model of Earth. We decided where Earth will be and marked the spot. This is Earth, our point of view. So from this point we'll be looking at this whole model. And then all the other stars from this constellation. What is this?
I don't know.
Where's the Big Dipper?
I don't know.
I don't see that. Did you do everything I told you?
I don't know.
Hold on. Come see from here.
Oh, yeah.
From any other angle, it doesn't resemble anything familiar to us, but if we look at it from planet Earth, the whole thing becomes very familiar. Okay, to make this easier to look at, we're gonna replace this Earth model with this rim we made out of wire, so we can look through it. So I wanted to make this in the proportion where 1 centimeter was 1 light year, but that ended up being too big, so I settled for 1 centimeter equals 2 light years. So for every centimeter on this model, light travels for 2 years. And that's how big this whole thing is. Now, in between our solar system and Earth and all these other stars, there are numerous other stars positioned all around this model, but I couldn't make all of them because it would clutter the model and we couldn't see this very well. But imagine if you were on a star, if there was a star system right here with a planet orbiting it, you could imagine from their point of view all these stars would be on the opposite ends of their sky. So some people would see just these 3 stars, some would see these, and our solar system would probably be a part of some other constellation visible from their night sky. It would have nothing to do with the shape that we know, the shape of the Big Dipper. So it's all in the eye of the beholder. It's all in the perspective from which we're looking at this stuff. Our ancestors had a lot of time during night to watch at the sky and draw some lines between some stars. Imagine that there are some shapes and imagine stories that they could tell. So the Big Dipper is being pushed by Bootes, which is a constellation right next to it. There's Arcturus, big red giant star, as a part of that constellation. There's also Orion, a warrior with a bow that's fighting Scorpio, huge scorpion monster. And after his death, gods were kind enough to place Orion and Scorpio on the opposite sides of the sky. But Orion, for example, is much more spread out than Big Dipper. If you look at it from any other angle, you can tell that those stars are not really part of the same part of the galaxy. So thanks, Andrej, for helping me build this. I asked Andrej what we learned from this, and he said that it's horrible in making this stuff, which is probably true.